Yo le canto a la luz divina, yo le canto a la luz del sol. Hello everyone, welcome to our little transmission from the cabin up in the mountains in Riederalp in Switzerland. We are so happy, we are high on snowflakes right now. We want to give you some energy from here, from this part of the world. And I also want to introduce a dear friend of mine because this is kind of a new format that I am exploring on Instagram to share the gifts of my friends, of their family, or I don't know, like people that enter in my life and enriches my life. And so Maile is one of those persons, those humans, those souls that actually you give a lot, and I feel like I'm transforming in your presence as well. Like I receive so much medicine from your own, how you perceive life. And then, yeah, I feel like I can take some of these things and apply them in my life. So one of them is definitely how to make a kawa and how to adorn your space and yourself. I would see in your space how you create little altars. And Maile is one of the most intentional women that I know, and her energy is just welcoming. It's very warm, your energy. So I'm very happy. Thank you so much for spending these 6 days together. We've been in a little journey.
Yes, definitely. It was so beautiful. I'm so honored to have spent that time with you. I receive all that you're sharing. Thank you. And I feel like for me, I want to share too my energy interacting with yours. And every time I'm in your presence, it's like it's lighting a fire inside of me, of creation, of inspiration. I feel more able to do things that I thought I couldn't do. And I think that's really a gift that you carry. So I'm really honored that you have helped me also to create for the next step of my journey. Really valuable. And to just see the world through your eyes, just be in your presence is a gift.
And I think that's why we are in each other's lives. And that's why we need people like this that help us see things that maybe perhaps we don't see them. And we created an amazing photo shoot. Stay tuned for that one. That's on my other channel, Gina Vadana. But for now, here, we actually, because Maile, she's into evolutionary astrology, right? And shamanic evolutionary astrology, but also her, let's say, training and preparation was in the healing arts for women. And Maile is just a fountain of wisdom and knowledge, let's say like that. Whenever you connect with her energy, it's just, you receive so much, literally you receive, and it's coming naturally. It's not that she is pushing it on you. It's just like in a conversation, we just talk and, but it makes sense because the energy today is in this and that, and then it creates a story. You create stories. I feel like you are very good in telling stories. And that's the reason why I wanted to introduce her to this space and to give her the possibility to maybe share some thoughts about this very important day, which is the 21st, is the solstice, is the longest night, the darkest night, and it's so important. And I want your perspective and your, what you know, the wisdom that you gathered from all the ancestors. Why is this so important? So maybe you can hold it like this.
Yes, thank you. So we are in the time of the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. And that's the moment where there is the less light and the longest nights. It's a really beautiful time for inner reflection. In evolutionary astrology, and the origin of that would be the biblical and then the Egyptian astrology, which observe the time portals, which are the solstices and the equinoxes. And those are moments of reflection because we are guided by the light. We live with the light of the sun. So the light of the sun and its interaction on the planet Earth is ruling our natural systems. And in the society that we live in, always go, 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 push, push, push. We kind of forgot how to listen to the wisdom of the body. Because if you live in the northern hemisphere in winter, you want to slow down. It's natural to sleep. Yeah. You want to sleep more, and it's the time where we light candles, where we light fire, and that's exactly the symbolic of the winter solstice. It's the moment where we dive into the darkness to reconnect with our inner light. Okay, so For a week before the solstice, the whole of last week, the light was going down, 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 and we would enter deep into this reflective space. And now, on the 21st, the sun stands still. It appears to stand still. So for the next 3 days, the length of the night will be the same until the sun start to shift on the horizon and the light increase again on the 25th. And that's actually the origin of the nativity story. You know, the energy of Christmas. Initially, before we put the birth of Jesus, which represents actually the light inside of us, the Christ light of our own consciousness, on the 25th, it was celebrated by the pagan, our ancestors in the European part of the world. They would celebrate the 25th as the rebirth of the sun.
Okay,
and if we bring that inside of us, because the sun is our personal expression into the world, it's our purpose and it's our vitality. And it's my birthday.
You are the sun.
Yes,
Wow.
and it's my birthday. And that's basically the moment where we are all invited between the 21st and the 25th to slow down, reflect, and transform all the knowledge and experiences we had throughout the year into wisdom. And then the light will rise again. So what we go look for inside of ourselves, it can sprout for a new cycle to start. So that's the beauty of that moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Since, I feel this introspection and somehow like I need space and moment for myself to understand. I think this is energetically since we started this day. I'm just curious for everyone that's, watching and hearing your thoughts and insights about this. What would be the things that we need to do in these 3 days? Like what practices, or there are some rituals or something that we can enhance perhaps the energy of this period because the sun stands still.
So first of all, what you can do, what we would invite you to do, is to take time to reflect. Every day have a little moment to either reflect within yourself or journal, because if you think about the movement of the light, we are arriving at the end of a process and we are pausing now. So in that pause, we can reevaluate what we're letting go of, what we need to change or readjust. So when the energy, the light of the sun increase again, we start a new phase or a new expression or a new step of that process, or a complete new process. Depends where you are at in your life. So take that time to reflect. Especially because the winter solstice is the beginning of Capricorn season. And Capricorn is about putting strong foundation, reevaluating, have an overview of what is working or not working in our life, and adjusting. So we can have strong foundation to support our purpose, our dreams, our well-being, and the great work that we come to offer each person to the world. The second thing that you can do that together with the writing, is every time the lights start to go down, light a candle. So you can either have a little altar or in your space, in your living room, in your bedroom.
That's what I'm going to do just now. Cause
And as you light the candle, I invite you to be conscious. The lighting is lighting up that light within you, and it's also to illuminate your actions.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then you can meditate with that candle or just have it in the space, because bringing fire into the space is clearing, is healing, is illuminating. So we touch the shamanic aspect of fire. Fire is related with our spirit, with our purpose, with our passion, with our inspiration. So in the darkness, we light up that inner light, and it's represented by the candle on the altar or the table in your living room.
Also, it's warm light as well, rather than maybe blue light and stuff. So maybe less screen time.
That's also
Less screen time, yes. Less working, right? It's more like a
and resting
hibernation kind of.
It's okay to take naps. It's okay to sleep a little bit longer. If you would follow the rhythm as an animal, you wake up with the light of the sun, and you go to bed when the light of the sun is setting.
Which is at 6.
But we're following the rhythm of work, and it's disturbing the natural rhythm. So if you can slow down, if you can take some naps, if you allow yourself to just rest and relax earlier, it's really a good moment to do that.
Okay, I would actually want to one more thing. Maybe you, because I know you are working a lot with cacao, and that's your superpower, let's say, in all your rituals, in all your ceremonies that you organize with all women or different genders. It doesn't matter, but this is your expertise. You love to work with the spirit of cacao, and I mean, for people maybe they don't like cacao. There are different people that maybe they don't like cacao, or they don't drink, or what would be the ritual, a little ritual? Because I feel like we are so ritualistic, but we forgot perhaps in our evolution, and we technologized so much that we don't do so many rituals. Like, what would it be? Something that's not very complicated, or some easy. I mean, the candle, it is a ritual, right?
Yeah.
But maybe you can share something because you are doing lots of rituals.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say is the fire is actually the ritual for this solstice.
Okay.
To light the fire as an intention to ignite the flame of your heart and connect with your inner light. So you connect with something that is pure inside of you and you allow that light to keep on growing. Now, if you want to work with cacao, but you could work also with any drink that you want that makes you feel comfy, what is comforting, nourishing, soothing. It's just about sitting in a space where you take care of yourself. That's what it represents, and putting intention to connect with your inner wisdom. And the cacao is an amazing tool because it invites ritual. It's not just as if we're sipping a tea or
tea
water.
as well, right? Or no?
Yeah, you can do tea ritual, but we're so used to, okay, I'm just making an infusion, drinking
like
it, or water,
like
drinking it.
Fast forward, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously you can. That's what I'm saying. You can take whatever drink that you want. You can use tea, you can use a chai, you can use a latte, you can use water.
Juice.
A juice.
Juice will survive.
As long as you sit with intention.
Yes,
As long as you sit. And cacao, the gift that it brought us was to sit with intention. We prepare a drink and then we put intention before we drink it.
I have it here.
Yeah.
Full of intention.
And it's also connecting us to one of the archetype of Capricorn as we're entering Capricorn season, ruling the winter solstice, which is peeling off the mask of what isn't true to connect with our essence and with our truth. And Capricorn is the sign of integrity, meaning aligning our action with what we think and what we feel inside. And on a more spiritual expression or mystical expression of Capricorn, it's about aligning our spirit into our everyday action. And that is the integrity teaching of Capricorn. So when you create that ritual, you can put the intention to align the truth of your spirit, the truth of your inner light with your personality, so it can merge and fuse with your personality in this moment to guide you into the next cycle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maile. That was super beautiful and helpful. And I hope the people that watched your transmission benefited and actually will take conscious and intentional time for these 3 days. And if you want to know more and maybe have a reading or astrology, maybe you can say some things about what are you doing and invite people in your world.
I am a shamanic evolutionary astrologer, and that means that I use astrology as a tool for self-development and increasing self-awareness. And through that mean, as you understand yourself better, I also teach how to use the elemental wisdom, the natural wisdom, and ancestral teaching to bring ritual into your everyday life, which is one of the energy of Capricorn, which is my sun. So that's why it's so important to me. Oh, Rosie.
The rose.
Yeah. It's so important for me to bring simplicity in rituals, and that you can use the wisdom of nature to improve your everyday life and find and align with your purpose. And that's one thing with the astrology, but then I also am really passionate and devoted to work with women. So in my work with women, we use astrology, we use womb healing, emotional awareness, shamanic teachings and practices, and ancestral healing practices, all together to create a path of support for the unique woman that you are. So I can work with astrology, or I can work with what I call the golden rose healing, which is an all-encompassing supporting work for women.
Wow. So get over to her Instagram and contact Maile if you are interested, and if you felt her presence and her energy and you just know. You just know it inside your heart. That's it. You can work with her. I received the reading from Maile and I was like, wow, yeah, it makes all sense. Everything kind of like, it's kind of pieces of the puzzle, Sometimes you give me, oh, but the Venus is there in Gemini. That's with me, yeah. So it's so many nice pieces of the puzzle that I, wondered about, and then when she would just make pour some light in there, and yeah, I really love the way you teach as well. It's very soft and calm, and it's landing. So thank you, Maile, for today and for sharing. And I hope everyone is taking the time to connect with your heart this time and find that light that will help you in this upcoming year to live in your truest authentic expression. I'm all about that.